There are moments in life that don't break you in dramatic ways. They break you quietly. A promise that dissolved without explanation. A plan that didn't unfold the way you hoped. A relationship you thought would last, but didn't. An opportunity you held in your hands, only to watch it slip away. Disappointment rarely arrives like a storm. It comes in a whisper, a slow sinking, a quiet ache beneath the ribs. You pretend you're fine, you move forward because life doesn't pause for heartbreak, but somewhere inside, something feels unfinished, unresolved, untouched. Today, we will walk gently through that space, not to relive the disappointment, but to help you understand it, release it, and finally breathe again. This is not a lesson in forgetting. This is a lesson in soft healing, in finding peace where pain once lived. Welcome to Quiet Soul. The invisible weight of disappointment. Disappointment is a peculiar kind of grief. It's not as sharp as heartbreak, not as dramatic as loss, but it lingers in the shadows of your daily life. It alters your confidence. It changes how you see yourself. It makes you question your choices, your worth, your direction. And most of the time, the world doesn't see it. They see you smiling, working, living, never realizing you're carrying the weight of something that didn't turn out the way you hoped. Disappointment is the echo of a dream that didn't survive, the echo of a future you once imagined, a version of life that no longer exists. But sometimes, letting go of what could have been is the only way to make space for what can still become. Why disappointment hurts so much? Disappointment isn't about the event, it's about the meaning you attach to it. You weren't just hoping for something, you were believing in something, investing in something, trusting something. A job you wanted wasn't just a job, it was stability, recognition, possibility. A person you trusted wasn't just a person, they were comfort, companionship, safety. A goal you aimed for wasn't just a target, it was proof that your efforts mattered. So when the outcome is not what you expected, you aren't just losing the thing, you're losing the story you built around it. And that loss hurts in ways most people never talk about. The silent emotions behind disappointment. Disappointment carries emotions that don't always show themselves clearly. 1. Sadness, because you cared, you invested, you hoped. 2. Shame, because you feel you should have done better, even if the truth is more complicated. 3. Confusion, because things didn't add up. Did you misread signs? Did you misjudge the moment? 4. Self-doubt, because the mind loves to blame itself before it blames reality. But notice something gentle here. None of these emotions mean you failed. They simply mean you're human, and you felt deeply. Disappointment is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of care. Understanding what the experience is teaching you. Every disappointment carries a quiet lesson, even if it feels painful sometimes. It teaches you patience. You were ready, but the moment wasn't. Sometimes, it teaches you discernment. Not everything you want is meant for your peace. Sometimes, it teaches you resilience. You bend, but you don't break. And sometimes, it teaches you redirection. You weren't being denied, you were being guided somewhere softer, somewhere safer, somewhere more aligned with who you truly are. Peace begins when you stop seeing disappointment as a punishment and start seeing it as a turning point. Gentle practices for emotional recovery. Here are soft, practical steps to heal from disappointment without forcing yourself to move on too quickly. 1. Sit with the truth without judging it. Let yourself acknowledge this hurt me. Naming the pain is the beginning of releasing it. 2. Remove the blame from yourself and others. Most disappointments are not failures. They are misalignments, mistimed moments, unexpected shifts. 3. Let go of the what-ifs. They only deepen the wound. They rewrite the story in ways that aren't fair to your heart. 4. Rebuild your self-trust. Remind yourself, I can make good choices again. I can try again. I can open my heart again. 5. Create small moments of control. Clean one corner of your room. Plan one small task. Choose one comforting ritual. Restoration begins with small, steady clarity. 6. Allow hope back in slowly. Not the loud, overwhelming kind of hope, but the quiet whisper that says, life still has something for me. What peace actually feels like. Peace after disappointment is subtle. It doesn't appear in a single moment. It grows in small breaths, small realizations, small returns to yourself. Peace feels like waking up and realizing you're no longer replaying the past. It feels like looking at the memory without the ache. It feels like understanding that your heart may have cracked, but it didn't close. Peace is not forgetting. It's not pretending. It's not forcing yourself to move on. Peace is acceptance. Acceptance that some chapters end differently than you expected, but that doesn't make your story any less beautiful. You are not defined by what didn't work out. You are not limited by the moments that disappointed you. Your story is bigger than one outcome and kinder than you think. Life will bring new people, new opportunities, new beginnings, not to replace what you lost, but to remind you that you can bloom again. Let the past rest where it belongs. Let your heart soften. Let your spirit exhale. Peace is coming, quietly, naturally, beautifully. And in this moment, you are already healing,